trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. At your mama crib ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta bitch change my...
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings.
We play to win. Let's go!
Set, ready. Chance, touchdown. They're going to need some therapy after this. Under team. 32.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Yeah, they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
6-6, pull it high. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Break. Check line 54. Line 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Watch twist. Bravo.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Go. Run. Snap.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. The toss out to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second down. Jones. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait till the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Green 18. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Green 18.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Strong left.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Get wide.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Giants 7, Vikings nothing.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Hey, black. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Check 9.
Back north.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Here's more on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Ready. 50, plant. 54.
I got him.
Check 4.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Jungle West.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Check safety.
Get.
On 2nd and very short, Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They only needed a few inches there on 2nd, but forget the halfback dive. They were going for the big one.
I thought it was a good time to take a shot. You figure with their running game, if they don't get it there, you come back and run for it and pick up the 1st down. Go ahead and be aggressive. Try and get one downfield for a big one.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Check it out.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 23-yard run, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They run again on first down. Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Bang, bang. Check time now.
Watch the area.
Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
"21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Ready.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
On third down, Barkley. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Hatchet, hatchet.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the ball. Check. Crunch. Switch. Oko over here. Check 6 guard.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
I'm coming after you. Sponge. No team spill. He's coming. Double up. Team Mike. Double up. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Returning it is Moore. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Down. 90 Wolf. Check. Watch 54. Hey, tighten down. There you go. X3. 218. Chopper. Check 13. Undercrunch. Ready.
Jones throwing on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Let's get off the field, D. Check.
Now Jones, off play action. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, 2nd half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
He's coming. Back north. Out. Hey, take 26. What's twist? Topper.
They run it again with Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's checking. Hey, 88.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Stay with your man. Hey, check 24, check 26, pull it high. Hey, orbit. Yep.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Fine.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
You go tight. You got tight. Get right. You got tight right there. Check, 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 check.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Inside.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. They'll go to Barkley again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken at around the 40. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Slam, slam, slam. Check. Check 26, check 26. Hey,
inside.
Tighten up, tighten right.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Jam.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Giants.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
64, weak. Hey, echo.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Go.
Touchdown, defense.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
54. Mike 54.
Hey, lock it.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
Under 10.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Alert 3.
Time go. Hey, Steve 6. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now
2-jet bomber.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run with Barkley, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And it's caught. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Switch. Safe. Switch. Smooth. Wall.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Check 9. Back to normal.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Ready? 15 run. It's just me and you. Go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. He gets this one to Johnson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play. Obviously, instead he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Throwing Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing.